Alright. Let me make sure I go live on Twitch and Kick again. Yeah, I'm live on Twitch and Kick. So let's go ahead and play the youth tournament. Played around a little bit in it before. So yeah, this should be fun. Oh, that's not good. We allowed a goal. It's a good goal though, don't get me wrong, but... Alright. So far, so good. Other than us losing 1-0. Leslie Wilson, I'm good. How are you? And yeah, I'm live on Twitch and Kick right now. It's... Yeah, that's a miss, thankfully. So can we adjust the game settings, actually? Oh, man, I wanted to make this on semi-pro, not... Can't exactly leave the match either. That'll just result in a forfeit. So I have to score another goal. I have to score one goal to win and one goal to draw, I mean. As De Jong is now doing well, so... Oh, that's gonna be a foul. It's a free kick. Oh, shoot. It's out of bounds for Sparta Rotterdam. But thankfully they missed, so... They're gonna score. Nope. Thankfully they did not. I'm having trouble getting the ball downfield. It's really annoying on this short field. Oh, come on! How do you not get that as a goalie? I'm definitely gonna change the difficulty after this. So frustrating. Let's just pass it in. Or the foul was... Don't know why the referee didn't call a foul on that, but... Went in the wrong direction. There we go. Finally, we get a goal in. Unfortunately, one of our players got a yellow for the bad tackle, but Salah got a yellow, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no way that should have been a corner kick for Sparta Rotterdam. Yes! No penalty, but yes! Finally, we were able to to get the game-tying goal there. Knowing my luck, we're probably gonna lose the game though, but think positive. I can definitely score the game-winning goal. Good defense, good defense. It's gonna be a corner kick though. Okay, that's gonna be a goal kick now. Just keeping an eye on chat in case anyone wants to come in and chat with me, which you're more than welcome to, but you're also more than welcome to lurk in my streams if you want to. Get that out, get that out, good. So yeah. Ah, we couldn't get there in time for the rebound. I really can't afford Salah to get a yellow, another yellow, or anyone to get a red. Actually, that'd be disaster. Because in terms of not including the goalie, it'd be 4v3 if Salah gets another yellow or anyone gets a red. So, to make sure that on Kick, I always provide the link to my YouTube channel because I have way more content on YouTube. But if you're watching on Kick and you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's the exact same name as my Kick channel on YouTube. And I do have the link provided down below on Twitch if you're watching. You want to check out my YouTube channel. Whereas if on YouTube and you want to interact with me or watch me live, it's my Kick and my Twitch channels are in the description as well. That back in a little bit. Ah, shoot. Now it seems like both teams are struggling to score. Thought that went in for a second. Thankfully, De Jong managed to keep it out. Thank you, De Jong, for that. This is probably the best way to get the ball away from our end. Pass to Salah because he'll be offside. Come on, yes! Went out of bounds, so. That was probably our best chance to score there in the final minute of the game. So we have 3 minutes to score. I'm not really sure how overtime works in the youth tournament. And what do? We give up the possession with no one on defense. So we lost the match there. Good job, team. Where our defenders were, I don't know, but we had no defenders, so. That freaking sucks because. Well. So I'm going to change the difficulty to semi-pro. Now, I really want to actually win a youth tournament. So it's a women's international friendly. Match day. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna be the coach of Scotland. So we're gonna be playing against, I think, Mexico, if I read it correctly, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard on the youth squad. They tried their best. A golden goal rule. Yeah, we're playing Mexico. So the golden goal rule I like it only when it works in my favor, but it works against us in the youth tournament, so. It's going to be an away game for us. We're playing against Mexico. Alright, let's take a look at the squad for Mexico, because, I mean, it showed our starting squad for Scotland. I am actually the international women's coach for Scotland in the career mode for EA Sports FC 25. And I am the coach for Ajax Amsterdam in the career mode for EA Sports FC 25. In real life, I'm not affiliated with either. Just a fan of Ajax, but got some drinks with me. I got some Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar with me. Probably my favorite soda that's easily accessible here in the US. Got some Coca-Cola Zero Sugar with me. And I got some Diet Coke as well. Alright, let's go ahead and start the party. Guess they didn't show the squad unless I wasn't looking when they did. Ah, shoot, out of bounds. Oh, they're gonna show the squad now, so. I don't recognize any of the player names for Mexico, though, unfortunately, but I think I do for Scotland for one of them. From, at least following soccer. There we go, we got a goal. And I must be really awful if I'm going to lose on the semi-pro difficulty. So it's Thomas who scored. Right. It's 1-0 now. 1-0. Hopefully we can make it 2-0. We'll see. Right, we got possession now. Oh shoot, we lost it. If there's one transfer for the Ajax I'd like to make as a coach in the career mode would be for Vinicius Jr. as we score there. So. Alright, hold on. Thomas scored again for us, that's good. 2-0 game now, so. I think I know Kerr. That's the player I'm thinking about, so. If it's Sam Kerr, then it's her. If it's not, then never mind. So, shoot, we lost with Evans. Possession of Evans. Oh, I should have made the shot from there. I should have made it from there. And I know of the teams, there are two teams like I really like to watch during the season, and that's Ajax Amsterdam and Real Madrid. I like both teams, and Vinicius Jr. is probably my favorite player. Definitely he's my favorite Real Madrid player. Hat trick for Thomas now. Probably my favorite player for Ajax Amsterdam. It's really a tie between Davy Klaassen and Bertrand Traore in Ajax. But for Real Madrid, it's definitely Vinicius Jr. I can say I do like Rodrigo as well for Real Madrid, and I do like Thibaut Courtois and Andre Lunin as well, and Danny Carvajal. Danny Carvajal's probably, outside of Thibaut Courtois and Andre Lunin, Danny Carvajal's probably the best defender for Real Madrid. Now I must admit, Jude Bellingham has improved defensively for Real Madrid, because when you have Mbappe, Vinny Jr., and Rodrigo playing whenever they play Rodrigo, and Goulet and Endrick, I like Endrick as well, and Bellingham, all those players can score. You don't need all of those players to score if some of them are playing. But so Bellingham, it seems like has been focusing more on defense this season in La Liga and the Champions League, which he is doing a phenomenal job there as well. Endrick and Goulet are like their two best relatively young players. I know Vinny and Rodrigo are young, but they've been at the club for a while. So Endrick's in his first season, and Goulet I think is in his second. Arda Goulet. Let's go ahead and make some substitutions now. It's 5-0, so we can. Thomas has actually earned a break. And let's take out Little as well. So yeah. But my only complaints is that with Real Madrid, Mbappe is really struggling to score. And to be fair to Kylian Mbappe, it takes time to adjust to a new team and a game in a new country. You know, the same game, the way it's played in a different country. So I'm cutting him some slack in that department because it takes time to adjust to the level of soccer in Spain and to adjust to your team, especially when you have a, off the field you have a new culture to learn about. He from what I read he knows he's fluent in Spanish, so he doesn't have to worry about learning the language. So, but to still learn about the new culture, to still build that chemistry with his teammates and his club, and to get used to the level of soccer in Spain, I'm sure isn't exactly an easy task. So I'm gonna cut him some slack there, but he, is supposed to be like, and he is actually the best striker in the world. So there's some level that he needs to some extent, he needs to step it up. But to some extent, he needs to. I think people, especially as Madrid fans, need to give him some time to get used to the game as well. So it's a bit of both, in my opinion. So, granted, it seems like he and his teammates get along well when they, based off what I see on the field. So that chemistry is there. Take out Howard and put in Hope. Ross can come in for Evans. Kerr can come out for Harrison Murray. And can we actually make any more subs? Yes, we can. Let's get Fife some game time as well. So yeah. Because I know Kylian Mbappe played in France for PSG, and the competition in France is really tough. But according to UEFA and like FIFA, the Spanish league is much more competitive and much more difficult to win than in France. With Mbappe and Real Madrid. So, not that France is a bad league; it's still one of the stronger leagues in Europe, but it's not as strong or as competitive or as difficult to play and succeed in as Spain. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's a bit of grace period you have to give Mbappe, even this far into the season, with it being November. So the best struggle from time to time. So. Oh, Davy Clausen adjusted well, but that's one he played in Italy last year in Serie A for Juventus, and Juventus won. And actually, the Serie A is much tougher, much more difficult, much more competitive league than the Eredivisie is in Holland. So, and then he also played for Ajax before, so he knows what to expect in Dutch football. So when you compare, like Davy Klaassen to Mbappe, I know they're not quite the same position or same level of soccer player in terms of skill, but I mean, Reina Reyes, I know her. But I'd say one thing about watching Ajax last season there and this season is they're doing much better this season than they did last year. The thing I noticed is Akpom is a very talented player, but for some reason he plays better when he comes off the bench. When he plays off the bench, he can play phenomenally well. But when he starts, I don't know why, but he just doesn't do as well compared to when he comes off the bench. If that makes any sense. Like if you were to start him, he won't play as well as you know he would if he came off the bench. And Bertrand Traore is, I think, the three players I know that have played exceptionally well for Ajax this year. David Klaassen. Um, you also have Bertrand Traore, and you have Mika Goltz, the Belgian international Mika Goltz. Who, when you compare Mika, how well Mika played last year to how well he played this year, he improved a lot. I didn't watch Bertrand Traore last season, so I really can't say, but he's very talented this year. This season, he's probably the hardest working player based off what I've seen in the game. Based off what I've seen them play, the way I've seen them play, he's probably arguably the hardest player. Another actually talented player, another player that I like is Keon Fitzgerald. I saw him play a handful of games last year, but that's because they didn't really play him that much. He was mostly with young Ajax, and there we go. We managed to win the. We're definitely gonna win this game. But he's playing. From what I did see of him last year, he's playing much better this year. So he's improved a lot, which is good. You always want players to improve. So it is 7-0 now. It's safe to say we're gonna win this game. Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot, I kicked it out of bounds for a corner kick from Mexico. I did not mean to kick it out of bounds and give Mexico the corner kick. Let's get that out of there. I know Real Madrid, their 42 game home streak at La Liga, or winning streak, or their unbeaten streak, ended against Barcelona when they played against them. They lost 4-0, so that was very bad. Because actually Barcelona has the longest unbeaten streak in La Liga. I'm not sure if it's for like home games or just un, unbeaten at home, or just home and away. But either way, they had the longest unbeaten streak, and Real Madrid was one game away from tying that. But then they lost to Barcelona, so they didn't really need a score there. And I wanted to sub their last sub to come on, at least for 2 minutes of extra time. Yeah, we can kick it to the goalie. It's not like they're gonna score 7 goals. I am going to be linking my YouTube channel and Twitch. So yeah. Alright, let's advance. So that's a good win for us. Alright. Almere City FC. They are in their second season ever in the Eredivisie, both in the game and in real life. So yeah, last season was in real life was the very first season in the Eredivisie in club history for them. So it's always quite impressive when a team makes it to like the highest level of their league competition in any sport. So kudos to Almere City, and not only that, but to actually stay there is also impressive. Yeah, Salah can be a defender, and Nagar, let's put him as a holding midfielder. Dahl, let's put him as a more of a winger. And Pavlov, yeah, a false nine. So Powell. So actually Graham, we can trade him to a goalkeeper. Just that. And then a sweeper keeper for Jonathan Richards. Yeah, we're just gonna keep Jacob Joseph as a balance, so we're gonna keep him there. We're gonna keep Ferreira there and De Jong. How about a sweeper keeper? So I know Branko van der Boomen wanted to play, so let's play him. Let's give Taylor a little break. So Medic can come in for Hato. Ramaj wants to play, so we can play Ramaj for Pasveer. And Weindal, he can come in for Aliklov. And then Traore's not happy, so we can have Traore in for Brabi. Actually have Brabi on the bench as well. And we can, like, the players that are not happy, we can, or they're about, they're not happy, but they're not upset with their playing time. They can actually stay in the game for the full match. So yeah, it's gonna be an away game for us. We're playing in Almere at Almere City FC. I guess technically it's not with Court Lane, but excuse me for burping. I've been to Holland. I've been to the Netherlands. So I've been to Amsterdam, and I think Utrecht and The Hague. I know I've been to Amsterdam. So it was very beautiful. Our last one in 2003. I was 8 years old at the time, and I really liked it. So I'd love to go back if I ever had the chance. I would love to actually see an Ajax game in Amsterdam. If I ever had the chance at the Johan Cruyff Arena. I've actually been to Madrid, and I've actually seen Real Madrid play at the Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid. That was in 2019 when I went to Spain for vacation. So that was a really cool experience to see Real Madrid play. That was a few years before I actually started watching Real Madrid. So I'd love to go back again now as an actual fan of Real Madrid. Shoot. Robinette scored. That's a good goal, though. I'll admit that. But we should have stopped him. We should have stopped Thomas Robinette. Ajax and Real Madrid are both playing on Sunday, IRL, and I'm excited to watch them play. Don't think I'll be watching either live, but I will be watching them on Sunday as we score with Bertrand Traore. So, finally tied it up. Not that long after the game. Not that long after giving up the first goal. So I know Ajax is in second or third place in the Eredivisie, but they've played one fewer game than the team ahead of them, the team or two ahead of them. I know they're behind, I think, PSV. If I remember correctly, they're behind PSV and FC Utrecht. And they actually have played the same amount of games as FC Utrecht. But I think we're behind them on goal differential. Not too sure about points. And then we're behind PSV because we're like 3 points behind PSV. But we've also played one fewer game than PSV as well. And and they actually have played PSV this year. So this season, I mean. So they defeated PSV, so that's good. So we were supposed to play FC Utrecht earlier in the season, but that game was postponed due to police strikes in Holland. So that game will be made up, I think, in December, if I remember correctly. If not, in 2025 during the season. So Branko van den Boom scored. We're able to get a goal with him. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we got to go with him. So Real Madrid, I know they lost to, based off recent memory, I know they lost to FC Barcelona. They, they lost to, I want to say they either lost to Lille or Stuttgart, or drew with them. Because I know Real Madrid did not win all of their Champions League games. Which, with the new league phase being introduced, it's 36 teams in the Champions League. The top 24 move on to the knockout stages. The top 8 actually get an automatic bye into the round of 16. Whereas the remaining 16 teams of the 24 teams that go on will actually play for the final 8 spots. The 12 teams that do not finish in the top 24 are actually eliminated. They won't go to the Europa League. So that's no more European football if you finish in 25th place or below. So Real Madrid, if they do not actually make it to the knockout stages, that's going to be considered a failure for the club. Actually, if they don't win the Champions League, that's usually considered a failure in European, because they're expected to win they expected to win the Copa del Rey, La Liga, and Champions League as well. So yeah, there's Ajax is usually expected to make it to the Champions League, and we're expected to win the Kane VB Cup, and we're expected to win the Eredivisie as well. So far, so good. It is 5-1 now. Ramaj has the oh, that's good. So now Traore does. Unfortunately, we turned it over with Traore. Yeah, one thing I like about Traore is that, he always has a smile on his face. Especially when his team is doing well. When his team is doing well, it doesn't matter who on the team does well, he's always happy. And if a teammate does well, he's always happy for them. He's genuinely happy for them. And is always congratulating them and always celebrating with them. So, Vinny is like that as well. Vinny Jr. for Real Madrid. So, I'd probably say Traore is probably my favorite player for Ajax, and Vinicius Jr. is probably my favorite for Real Madrid. So yeah, that's always cool to see. Not that their teammates are never happy for their uh when their teammates are successful, but like Vinny Jr. and Trey always seem to be like always happy regardless of who does well, and they seem to be like the most. They're always like amongst the first to congratulate them, so that's always nice to see. So it is halftime. So I will be making my usual 5 subs now. Let's have Berghaus come off for game. Sosa can come off for Divine Wrench. Can have Bass come out for Benjamin. Or Henderson, I don't know why I called him Benjamin. Nico Holtz can come out for Chuba Akpom, and let's have Taylor come in for Keon Fitzjim. And that should be all of the subs for the game. It is 6-1 now, so. Okay, make it 7-1. Let's look at the goal here. That's a good goal in my opinion. Especially scored by Traore. This is my first season watching Bertrand Traore play, so it's safe to say we're gonna win with Traore and Ajax in this game. Been to a few soccer games in my lifetime. I've been to one La Liga game, and that was in Madrid. It's Real Madrid versus Osasuna, and if I remember correctly, Real Madrid won. I do not remember the scoreline, other than I think Real Madrid won by 2 goals. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. And I've been to 2 FC Dallas games, Major League Soccer games. Uh, they were both MLS. I cannot remember for the life of me who FC Dallas played in the second one, but that was in Frisco, Texas. And the first game they played, the first time I saw them, they actually played the Seattle Sounders FC. And again, I do not remember the score. I do not remember the score of either game. In either a Major League Soccer game, but I'd love to go. There are a couple of games. There are definitely teams I'd like to see. In I'd love to see the Philadelphia Union play in a Major League Soccer game. I'd love to see CS Maritimo play. They're a Portuguese club. They are currently in the second division. I'd love to see Real Madrid play a Champions League game. And I'd love to see an Eredivisie game in Amsterdam and see Ajax play and see them playing European football as well. I'd love to see. There are 2 teams I'd like to see in the Premier League. 3 teams actually. Chelsea. They're my favorite. And then there's Fulham. And I know they're rivals with Chelsea, but the reason I choose them is because they're owned by Shahid Khan and Tony Khan, who they own AEW, All Elite Wrestling, and I'm a huge professional wrestling fan, so I'd love to see. Oh, that is a good goal. That is a good goal on RFC, so that's why I want to see Fulham. And then Brentford. I should have shown the second replay of the second goal, so. And I'd actually like to see Osasuna play. They're the other La Liga team I watch, or not I watch, but I support. So whenever Osasuna plays Real Madrid, I'll always support Real Madrid. But I could see a home game for Osasuna. And then I'd like to see Malaga play, because I've been to Malaga, and it's a very beautiful city. They're playing in the second division in Spain, the Segunda Division. And then, actually, Juventus is my favorite Italian team. I actually have no connections to Italy. I've been to Italy earlier this year. Really enjoyed it, so I'd like to see Juventus play. I'd like to see VfL Wolfsburg play. They're in the Bundesliga. My favorite Bundesliga team. I have no connections to Germany. I've never been to Germany, but I like to see Wolfsburg play in a Bundesliga game and Juventus play in a Serie A game. And then Nice. I'd like to see OGC Nice play in Liga in France. I've been to Nice. I'm of French descent, but don't know where in France my great-grandparents come from. But I would love to see a Nice game, and I've been to Nice actually. It's very beautiful. I've been to Nice and I've been to Monaco. Monaco is its own country, but it's basically surrounded by France, and it's near to Nice. So. You know, Monaco has a team in Liga. So. And then there are a couple teams in Australia I'd like to see. I've been to Australia, and I've been to Sydney and Brisbane. I'd love to see the Brisbane Roar play. I'd love to see the MacArthur FC and Sydney FC as well. Those are like the 3 teams I'd like to see. in Australia for soccer. And then I'd like to see AC Port of Spain play in Trinidad and Tobago. Those are all the teams I want to see play. At least in terms of club football. International football, I'd really love to see attend a home game for the United States if I ever get the chance. England. I'd really love to see Holland, Portugal, France, Spain, and Trinidad and Tobago. So Bertrand Traore was the man of the match, which is good for us. So Holland definitely. So post-match interview, which I will gladly take. So. There is. Vandermolen played really well, so. That's good. So, for those of you that have been to any soccer games, which games have you been to? And, who won, so. Let's simulate the champions, or it's a Europa League game actually. It's simulated against Olympiacos. That's actually another club I want to see play, Olympiacos, so. A home game for Olympiacos in Greece. So, let's take a look at our messages. Really, just two teams, one in Scotland, one in, Netherlands. I'd like to see, the New Saints, Coleraine, and St. Johnston FC play. Those are, and a team in Gibraltar play for home games as well. I forgot about those places, so, yeah, so. Yeah, Peck Swallen. I can't respond to him and encourage him. Yeah, we can do a quarterfinal matchup against RK Warwick. Open that up in a second. Ah, shoot, we allowed a goal. That's a good goal by RKC, I'll admit that, but hopefully this time we can actually win the match. Amelia, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in on Kick. I'm not interested, but thank you for the follow and thank you for the offer for the logos and banners. I do appreciate the follow and I do appreciate the offer though. But thank you, but I'm not interested in the offer for designs. Nice save. I'm gonna hopefully score here. And we did not. It's gonna be another corner kick. At least with the rush mode, it's hard for me to get corner kicks in, at least compared to the regular game mode. But I do like the rush mode. It's different in a good way. All right. Yeah, it's probably a bot that just came in and offered me, like, if you ever stream on Twitch or Kick or YouTube, it doesn't actually happen that much on YouTube actually when I stream, but it happened to me a lot on Twitch. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's like these people will just come in and say, "Hey, I design stuff for Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that," but it's usually bots or scammers that are usually just coming in. When you know they say, "Hey, I just gave you a follow. I'd like to design something for you," and then it's usually they'll follow you and ask for money in order for them to do it, and then once you usually just if you decline their offer, they'll just usually won't come back. So not much I can do about that. So and I'm not against paying people to design like a logo or anything like that. Or against someone, but at least just I mean, it's with this person. They just said, they just shoot straight with me. Don't be honest. Don't just come in act friendly, and then don't come in act friendly, and then just pretend to be interested, and then say, hey, I wanna design stuff, but you need to pay me. Just don't do that. If you're that kind of person, and you know who you are. Just come in, say, hey, I wanna design something for you. It costs money. Just be honest with me. I'll be more willing to do business with you than if you were to just be friendly with me and pretend to be interested in my content and me and oh well. So yeah. There we go, got a goal. It's 4-1 now. I don't use Discord, Amelia. Anyway, that's not offside. Okay, that's good. Still learning the rules of rush mode. Still have over 3 minutes, and it's a 3-goal lead. So the one good the one good thing about the rush mode is that it's, the one thing I like is the lead. Excuse me, but um, the downside is the field is so small that no lead is really safe on any difficulty. So you really can't just rest on your laurels in this game mode. Especially on a higher difficulty. Because I struggle like on the professional difficulty or definitely the world class AI, so. Oh, we cannot get that header in. I'm always keeping an eye on chat in case someone wants to come in and chat, but so far that hasn't happened yet. Alright, there we go. Another goal. No game is truly safe. No lead is truly safe until the game is over, but we are up by 5 goals. We're up 6-1, so we could lose our lead. I mean, RKC Walwick lost their lead. They were up 1-0, and then we scored, so it's very possible we could actually lose our 6-1 lead. But it's unlikely in the with less than 45 seconds left in the game. Ah, that's a bad pass. That is a bad pass. Speaking of bad passes, oh man. Yeah, it's safe to say we're gonna win. Oh, I tried to get into one shot from like midfield, but one last shot, but that's not gonna happen. So those are our lineups. Pretty good if you ask me. Let's go to the next match. We've qualified for it, so let's edit the team lineup. We have Capitana as our goalie. And Pavlov in. and start the match. I have a lot of goalies in the youth academy, but offside, Sparta Rotterdam, the team that beat us when this was on a higher difficulty. So first game of the match. So shoot. Ah, what do I do? Kick it right to the goalie, but offside. Dahl was offside, so that's my fault there. Ooh, nice save. Nice save. Oh boy, this isn't going to be good. This is going to be another goal for Sparta. Offside! Wow, we got lucky there. We got really lucky, and I know we're struggling now against them. We're still struggling. We're doing worse off this game than we did the last game in the quarterfinals, so. Was it already 3:49 in the afternoon? So that's a goal for us. One 0 game. So I'm not sure I can beat the Sparta Rotterdam Youth Academy. I hope I can, but foul. So DeVos. How do I pronounce that name? But he got a yellow, so that's a nice celebration. I like that. I definitely cannot pull it off. Celia scored 2-0 now, so granted, Sparta was leading 2-0 then when I played them last time in the youth tournament. We came back to score, so no lead is safe in this matchup, and then they scored for a third time. And to win the game, but granted that third goal was in extra time, so I had opportunities to score. So I can't really blame anyone but myself for that. I had opportunities to score third goals, so and get the win. And with the golden goal rule in the youth academy tournaments, it's there was really no chance to actually come back from the goal lead. So, but we are up 3-0. And Silis scored his second goal. I think I'm pronouncing his name. Probably pronouncing his name incorrectly. So there is an achievement on the Xbox consoles to win the youth tournament. And that's why I wanted to play the youth tournament at the beginning of the stream and video. So There we go. Should have showed the goal, but I didn't. My bad, y'all. Second time this stream, I actually did that, and it was unintentional both times. So, I believe we're playing Pax Wale in the Eredivisie, if you're not including the U tournament. Ah, Salah got a card there. Blue card, so it's probably... He's going to be a warning for the next minute, so... Suddenly got the hat trick now for him. The other player, Pavlov, needs one more goal for a hat trick. Offside for Sundenberg, the Sparta Rotterdam player. And that was out of bounds for us. Sundberg. Pavlov can actually get one more goal. He'll have a hat trick as well. Which he did. Leapfrog. So it is 7-0 now. Two minutes, 30 seconds left, so odds are we're gonna win, but offside for Sparta Rotterdam. That was just a bad pass there. No more warning for Salah. It's a nice save though. That was just a bad shot by me and good defense. I think even if the goalie wasn't going to save that, I wouldn't have gone in. So, but you always have to be extra cautious and near the goalie. So, do what you think is best for your team on defense. But here's a shot from midfield. The goal was a bit bigger. That would actually could have gone in, but it wasn't, and it didn't. So no goal there. So I save. I'm never like I played hockey or not hockey soccer as like a kid, like a 5, 6, 7, 8 year old. It's been a long time, more than 20 years. So I don't really remember too much of my playing days. So we scored there with Salah, but I'm always amazed at like the reflexes for like the goalies in any sport, whether it be soccer. Although I'd imagine it's much easier to get to defend and actually keep the ball out from the goal in soccer than it is to say like lacrosse or hockey. Because one, the goals are bigger in soccer, and the two, well, in that sense, it's much harder actually. But you have much more area to defend. But I guess it's easier in the sense that the ball is actually bigger in compared to like the puck in hockey or lacrosse. But in like lacrosse and like field hockey and ice hockey, it's actually much. I'd imagine it's much harder because the ball is smaller. So it'd be like much harder to actually deflect and actually defend the goal. In that sense, you have to your reflexes have to be uh, quite better than maybe like a soccer goalie because of the fact that you actually the ball and puck is so small. But either way, what I'm trying to say is I'm always, impressed with, regardless of the sport, if you're a goalie, I'm always impressed by the reflexes you have. You know, even if you're late, regardless of. So this should be the final. It is. So let's edit the team lineup. What Abdullah? Barrera can actually come and start, so. Yeah, I'm always impressed because you have to have some good reflexes to actually play a goalie. So yeah, whether it be water polo, whatever sport that involves a goalie, you have to have reflexes. So we're playing against Fortuna Sittard in the last goal. I'm surprised we weren't offside. There, I thought we'd be offside. So. So I definitely don't have the best reflexes, so I would have loved, if I was playing a sport like soccer or anything. If I was playing soccer, I would again, if I'd do it again, I would love to like be a goalie. The only downside is whenever the opposing team scores, you're usually the one to blame the most. And the other downside is unless you're starting, you're almost never playing. Cause like you'd have to play so poorly to you'd have to like wait for the you'd have to wait for the people starting in front of you to play so poorly. It, otherwise you'd get otherwise you wouldn't really play that much. And then it's goalies usually don't get sent off in the game. I've been watching Ajax and I've been watching Real Madrid for several years, and I've only seen a goalie for any squad get sent off once with a red card. And that was like an opposing team. Now they do get injuries. Don't get me wrong, there are injuries, but like I know Thibaut Courtois missed a lot of last year with an injury, and he's gonna be out again with an injury. But it's like, they're I think probably maybe the least likely player to get injured in the game. Well, it depends on how good your team is, but then if not, I'd like to be a striker. but that requires skill I never get. So I'd probably prefer to be a goalie. Oh, it's weird because in when I'm playing a sport, if I were to play a sport, professionally, I think realist, not that I'm talented because I'm not nowhere near talented to play a sport professionally. I think baseball and soccer would be the only sports I'd like to play at a professional level where I'd prefer to be on defense than opposed to offense because when it comes to basketball, I'd rather be a score. Not I have the height of a point guard, but the skill set of someone who doesn't really play. I'm not a good basketball player. When I was in high school, I didn't play on the team, but I played a lot, and I was really good at scoring. I was really good at shooting, and I play a lot in gym class. Is what I'm trying to say. And I was really good at shooting. So I'd rather play on offense. I was a much better offensive player in that sense than defense. But I wasn't really a good player. See, baseball, I never played baseball outside of maybe once or twice in gym class. But in terms of watching baseball and actually playing it in gym class once or twice, and playing baseball video games, I'd much rather be a pitcher than a hitter. Because I think it would have been cool to throw different kinds of pitches and get strikeouts. And in gym class, I remember taking a couple of at bats with the baseball bat, and I was not very good at batting. And there's ice hockey, which probably like to be like a winger. Get the ball, get the puck downfield, but I don't know how to skate. And then I don't think I'd have good reflexes for like field hockey or lacrosse. And then American football I actually played for 2 seasons. I actually enjoyed that, but I'm kind of glad I never played it for more than 2 seasons because it's kind of dangerous. So you can get a lot of brain damage in that sport, unfortunately. And we gave up a goal there to Fortuna Sittard. So and actually the position I played was one of the positions you get hit the most. I was on offense and defensive line. So those are like the two positions you get hit the most. You'll always get hit in American football if you're on the offense or defensive line. So you get hit just about every play. So I was the left tackle, I think. The third string left tackle, but I was a bad left tackle, so there's no really third string left tackle in my 7th grade year. And then I played in one season of high school, and it was the same year, junior varsity and varsity. It was 9th grade. I was the left tackle again. And actually my 7th grade year, and my 9th grade year for both junior varsity and varsity, I was actually defensive tackle as well. So I didn't get many tackles, if any at all. But I do remember I was pretty bad in my 7th grade year, but my 9th grade year, I wasn't the best player, I'll admit that. But I was like the biggest kid on the squad. So I remember actually one game, actually, for junior varsity, You know, in American football, you have five linemen, and I remember one game, because I was like the biggest. I was the biggest person on the field. They had like three offensive linemen trying to block me. So my teammates would get would be doing like all the tackles and getting all the sacks, but just because I was the one taking up all of the linemen or the majority of the linemen, which at the time I hated. But I guess now that I look back on it, because I wanted to be the one making all the cool plays, but you know, now that I look back on it, I guess it's sort of a compliment because they thought I'd be like the one. They thought I was the best one, but obviously I wasn't. I was the worst one. But it's also hard to get past three people. I played for high school. That high school year varsity. It was I played one game or at least a couple plays as a blocker on the kickoff returner. I wasn't very good at that, so I was not very good at that. So I was better as an offensive lineman than a blocker. So, but I wasn't very good actually. So it was still very fun though. I would not like recommend anyone to play American football though. It's not a safe sport to play. So to talk about what to talk about. It's 4:09 p.m. We have less than a minute left in the game, which is good. Ooh, that's gonna be a yellow card for the Wild. That's the end of the game. Right there, we won a tournament, which is pretty good. So sign Dexter Miller. And let's cut a few players from the youth academy. Let's release. And release Powell as well. And we can release Koroy and Richards. And Graham. Alright. Also, no players found in Timor Leste. Eswatini. So let's sign Dabo Delunga and Bakimpian gone away. And let's call up this player. And now we can actually play against Pexwallet. Match day. Wrench we're gonna play. On a way we can actually start for Brian Brobby. Wrench we're gonna allow him to play because he isn't really happy with his playing time. But see, Fitzjim, we're gonna have him come off because he's a bit tired. We can have Traore. We can actually have Forbes come in for Mika Galtz. And in Ganaway, he'll be the first. I could be wrong, but probably the first Eswatini born player ever to play in the Eredivisie. So, I think we are good with our lineup as is. We're gonna actually switch Yuri Bass with Owen Van Dahl. And we can have Van Axel Dongen switch with. No, we're gonna leave. So I believe Cancio may be the first San Marino born player ever. As well. If you were to merge real life and this game. Him playing and gone away. Gone nay. I'm probably butchering his name, so I do apologize for that. But he is making his Eredivisie debut. He's from Eswatini, the country formerly known as Swaziland. Excuse me for burping. Oh, excuse me for burping again. So I got the achievement to actually win the youth tournament, which I'm happy about. All right. Duke may be the first Cape Verdean born player in the Eredivisie as well. Do I know any players? No. Oh, Tristan Goyer, he's on the Ajax squad in real life. He may be on loan at Pexwaller actually. In the career mode. So that's not a shot though. So yeah, we're gonna leave Wrench in for this game. We're gonna rest him next game. See if we can score with Nguane. Which we can. That's his first career goal on the senior team and in the Eredivisie. Which is pretty cool. 5th minute, so. Honestly, the one thing I changed for the career mode in EA Sports FC is, there'd be like for all your players, there'd be like match XP, and based off how well they do, you know, and the position they play, of course, in the game, would determine the XP, the amount of XP they get. But so it help them get better in each game, and can also gain training for them in you know practice as well. But so it is 1-0. We're leading Pex Wallet, which is good. Another goal for us. It's done by Christian Rasmussen, the Dane. All right. Oh, foul right there. But will be a yellow card for. No, it's a red card for Thomas Lamb. So red, wow. I'm gonna turn off my mic now. Or my face cam.
In behind, can he finish? They've got another, and he's got another. 2 for the game.
Well, if we watch this again, you can see he's under all sorts of pressure, but still manages to keep his cool, and he finishes it off well.
So 3-0 now, the lead ever more commanding as we start again. Got room to operate in here. Found nicely and in. And away, they've got it clear. Struggling to keep the ball there. Oh, they've lost it. The attack is over. Has to see red for that. Well, there we are. It's no great surprise to see a red card.
He knew what was coming there. He's the last man. The ref had to send him off.
At least it was on target, and that's all you can say for it, really. They are sitting a bit too deep here. Can he finish? And the game will stop. Offside. Ball taken away from them. Advantage played, no free kick. This has to be. Well, he's got two, so why not go for three?
And what a game he's had so far. You can see he's hungry for another, but can't finish it off this time.
And that is a caution.
Well, it's a poor challenge. Had to be booked for that.
Excellent reading of the game to win the ball. And allowing space, and he's finding it. Oh, a great chance. And another. The goal. It seemed all over before, but there's another to really seal it.
Well, here's the replay. It's poor defending, but you can't take anything away from the movement and the calm finish. It's a really nice goal, that.
The game restarts with this, as good a first-half performance as you're likely to see. Real opportunity. It's there! And this doesn't happen often, so it's extra special when it does. It's a debut hat-trick.
Here we can see it again, and this is really good strength. He uses his body well, and once he gets a yard, he finishes it nicely. Really good composure.
And off we go again, with the gap now a full 5-0. And with that, the first half in Amsterdam. And the game restarts. And possession given away. Oh, good ball in behind. Showing good wit with this attack. And this could be. Well, always best to finish, then find out later.
Yeah, you're right. He was well off though, wasn't he? And I think he knew it as well. Not a bad finish though.
He's in here. It's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. And they've got it back now. Goalkeeper ready for it. Really good stop. And it's held with a real sense of relief.
Yeah, he gathers it well at the second attempt, but what a save initially. It's a superb stop.
A little careless there as the ball changes hands. Well, he's put in a thoroughly dominant display so far. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that's one of the best first-half performances I've seen in a long time. No wonder they keep giving him the ball. Absolutely dominant. And now it's just a question of how many is he going to get.
Getting a bit congested in the middle of the park. There's a chance for the breakaway here. The counter fizzling out in the end. Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? What a chance here! Well, it looked for all the world that he'd score, but it's been made far too easy for the keeper. This could be dangerous. Some good work to win it there. Chance here. Oh, it's still in there, but it's in at the second time of asking. Where was his defence? That is inexcusable.
Well, looking at the replay, this is a really good initial save. You've got to feel sorry for him that the ball falls to an opponent. I'm not sure he could have done much more, to be honest.
Treffer voor Ajax. Nummer 11. Carlo.
It's a challenge that's brought a whistle and a free kick. And And that one is got away. Breaking at pace, this could be dangerous. Just needs the composure now. It's in! And of course it's in! It's a masterclass in finishing to complete his hat-trick.
Well, take a look at this. The pace they show on transition, it's just so impressive. The defenders can't stay with them, and it's a brilliant finish. He strikes through the ball. The keeper has no chance. It's a superb finish.
Now, this might be promising. He's glanced at the pitch there, but only himself to blame, really, for a blaze that's missed. And the referee shows the yellow card.
Well, it's a bit of a naughty challenge. Had to go in the book.
En nummer 6, Azuzi. In plaats daarvan komt nummer 15, Marcelo Martin. En nummer 11.
Good work to regain possession. This has to be. Still problems for them here. And maybe not the best idea to go for the blast. Accuracy sacrificed for power. That's a good ball. Oh, a great chance. And the ball is still alive. And the defence tidies up nicely. Having a try. And a great stop to turn the ball away. There is the final whistle. Plenty of positives for them to take away, not least the 3 points, Sue.
Some questions regarding the match. Thanks so much for answering our questions.